being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, Willis. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connect there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get on the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. And touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Breaks a tackle, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, it became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Willis buying time to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Willis. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry for Henry, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. A give to Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw. Willis. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. wins his first carry.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second down, they go again with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second down, here's Henry. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. On 4th down, Willis. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here to his running back. But I think the ball's out. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Taylor's got the first down and more, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Taylor. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Now back to throw. Sends it toward the sideline. Woods makes the catch. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Touchdown, Colts! Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Willis trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Blankenship out to kick off. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Don't get nervous. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 15. Check 50.
A toss left. Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Willis escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Willis forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 9 now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Willis. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw. Willis. He completes it to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to throw. Willis. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. On 1st down, Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Throwing on 3rd and long. Willis, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and run forward with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Henry, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 77 yards. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. I got you. Check three.
Off the play fake. Willis. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Willis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Willis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try to ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Hines, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he's going to go down here as sack. They push him back to the 34. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Henry. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Henry, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's